folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. I am doing a donation request today. Farm Daddy requested that I do the Eagles version of Desperado, but he said if that one isn't doable, then do Clint Black's version or rendition of Desperado. And the Eagles videos, anytime I've done one, it's been blocked. And there was a song I did a couple of years ago to a review of The Last Resort, blocked. I've done a couple of Don Henley songs, blocked. And other folks, I'm not sure how they were able to get them up, but they may get taken down eventually. It seems to be an uneven application of copyright and blocking, but nonetheless, I'm doing Clint Black. So Farm Daddy, thank you for the donation and the request. Oh, Clint Black doing the songs of the Eagles, so that makes it pretty easy. All right, here we go. I've heard the song before. I don't know it that well because I was never a big Eagles fan. Some of their songs are amazing, but I don't know Clint's version of it.
Desperado, why don't you come to your senses? You've been out riding fences for so long now. Oh, you're a hard one, but I know that you've got your reasons. And these things that are pleasing you can hurt you somehow.
Yeah.
Don't you draw the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. And you know the queen of hearts is always your best bet. Now it seems to me some fine things have been laid upon your table, but you only want the ones that you can't get.
Oh.
Desperado, oh, you ain't getting no younger.
No.
Your pain and your hunger, you're driving you home.
Just when I listen to songs, I listen to them to see how much of this applies to me, even if I don't want to hear it. And that's part of the fun of, I guess, wanting to improve as a person. I guess, I don't know. It's just, I don't want to, I like taking on unusual challenges. And that's one of them is like that. What is it? Who said it? It was in the context of, I've seen the enemy and the enemy is us. But I mean, you could personalize it and say, I've seen the enemy and the enemy is me. And sometimes we are our own worst enemy. But when I hear these songs, I think about, all right, how much of this applies to me? Or despite my defense mechanism, do other people see me this way? Whatever the song may be. And this is a song, I'm like, all right, do I do this? Do I think this way without being aware of it? And I like making myself aware of stuff. I just put that out there because I'm not a desperado, but riding fences and wanting things that you can't have, I mean, that definitely partly applies to me. So I hear these songs and some of them are self-indictments or indictments.
And freedom, oh freedom, well that's just some people talking. Your prison is walking through this world all alone.
Yeah.
Don't you feel get cold in the wintertime? The sky won't snow and the sun won't shine. It's hard to tell the nighttime from the day. And you're losing all your highs and lows. Ain't it funny how the feeling goes away? Desperado, why don't won't you come to your senses? Come down from your fences, open the gate. It may be raining, but there's a rainbow above you. You better let somebody love you. Let somebody love you. Better let somebody love you.
All right, Clint.
Before it's too late.
Unmistakable piano. That is a way, way better and deeper song than I ever gave it credit for, because not having been a big Eagles fan, I didn't own their albums. I didn't listen to the music. You know, everybody knew Hotel California, and that was such like a sort of out there crazy type of song that I liked it and had a lot of good parts to it. But a song like this, I turned off immediately when it came on. I was into rock when Desperado came out, and even though Joe Walsh grew up a half hour from me, and but I still didn't pay. I like Joe Walsh's music, but I didn't pay much attention to the Eagles. But this kind of song, you hear it as an adult and you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh, shoot, man, that thing hits home. I mean, we've all gone through this too. I like the analogy of staying on a fence and analogizing that or being a metaphor for life. Like you're not willing to make a decision. You're not willing to commit one way or the other. Maybe it rains, but there could be a rainbow. Maybe it's beautiful, maybe it's not, but you got to take the risk of letting somebody love you. And I don't have that problem. That is not a problem for me. But when I listen to these songs, I do like seeing. When I was younger, I was at the Division of Motor Vehicles, and I was a young insensitive man because pretty much all young men are insensitive. We're ignorant. We just don't know how the world works. We're opinionated. And I was 17 years old at the Division of Motor Vehicles. And you had to stand on line, of course. And there was a little ticker there as I'm waiting in line, probably the wrong line because I never knew as a kid which one to do. And there was just a ticker scrolling with different things being written on it. And one of them said, learn from other people's mistakes. You can't make them all yourself. And for some reason, that always stuck with me, obviously. I mean, we're now 45 years later, and it's still, and I've lived by that. Like, I'll look at other people's mistakes they're making. I'll put myself in those shoes and say, I don't want to make that mistake. I don't want that to be me. And that's why with these songs, one of the reasons I love doing these reactions and taking the time is that it's like going to school in some ways on how to better me or what maybe I wasn't seeing. And it's true for lots of other folks too, where we can relate to these songs on some ways like, oh yeah, I've been through a breakup, but a song like this is like, okay, something went wrong, but am I hiding from the consequences or am I afraid to get moving on and all that? And I love challenging myself that way. And it's fantastic. So I don't know, what am I going to do with that song for him? I like Clint's rendition. I really liked his rendition of this song. Maybe I'll give the Eagles another chance at some point and see what their rendition is like. But I really liked Clint's sensitivity to this song. He didn't oversell anything. He didn't try outdoing the Eagles. You're not going to do that anyway. I think they have the best-selling album of all time, the Eagles. I think it might be their greatest hits. You know, Michael Jackson's Thriller is up there and such, but I think the Eagles have the best-selling album of all time. I'm going to rate that song. It's brilliantly written. The instrumentation was gorgeous. It was just a life song that will go on. That's one of those songs that will have relevance 500 years from now if we don't blow ourselves up. I'm going to come in as a 9.3. I loved it. That's a song I would never even tolerate growing up. I thought it was too whiny. But that's the folly of youth. What do they say? What is the expression? The problem with youth is it's wasted on the young, and the problem with wisdom is it's wasted on the old. I don't think it's wasted necessarily on either. It's just life. But now I understand the song, so there it is. Farm Daddy, thank you for the donation again, my friend, and for your wisdom and your kindness and thoughtfulness and awareness and just who you are. Thank you. Okay, folks, that's it. Have a great day. See you on another video. Keep rocking the country.